Hey guys, I'm finally back with a Booknook video. This time one of my favorite designs. It took me a while to get this video ready because I ran into a lot of issues during the creation and I had to go back and redo it, and I forgot to film some steps in the process, but here it is, here we go, and I hope you enjoy. So for this library, obviously we gotta start with the bookcases. I use a material called styroder, you might have seen it before in my previous videos, and I start by cutting out the basic shape of a bookcase. There's only two sides that will be facing the front, so I put in a little bit of extra detail, create some ridges and some geometric shapes to make it pop on the front side. And then it was time to create the books, which, yes, I had to hand carve one by one. I first did this with a knife and then created more depth by pressing into the foam with my pencil. I then chose to use a black base paint to make the cases appear deeper than they actually are. The wooden planks I would later paint brown, easy peasy. The books, however, not quite so simple. This is the moment where I emerge from my craft cave, put on a movie and just mindlessly color in minuscule books for a couple hours. And to make it worse, after finishing the cases you see here, I realized the scale was wrong. The books were way too big to create the effect of a grand library I was going for. So, after some time away from this project, I went back and did it all again. And this time I saw the library come to life. I placed large wooden beams between the cases that would hold lanterns and had some fun creating a neat wood design. For the floor, I decided to go with a marble checkered pattern as I wanted to break the browns of the beams in the cases a little. The tin foil I use here is to create a stone pattern, which will look good after some layers of paint. And then one of the best moments, seeing it all come together. So clean, so neat. For this version, I spent a lot more time on the design beforehand, and it really showed. Now that the scale worked out, I continued with the dark base coat. For this, I used a combination of Mod Podge and black paint to give the foam some sturdiness. Then another movie, another couple of hours painting even tinier books, and yay, we have a library. For the lanterns, I use see-through parchment paper and tiny rounded pieces of foam, a relatively simple technique you will see me use in more builds. It creates fun little lanterns which diffuse the light nicely. Now, I drew inspiration for this nook from grand libraries in the United Kingdom, and I knew I wanted it to have two levels, so I worked on some balconies. The floors will be made of simple wood, and then I went a bit overboard with creating an intricate railing. It looks good, but is hardly noticeable, so going forward I will skip the little decorative poles and create a simpler railing. The results look very similar, and it saves me a lot of time. When I placed this on the case, I really saw the design coming together, and all that was left for me to do was create some fun little details. And what do you find in a library? Right, books. I decided to have some fun by creating little piles of books, and honestly, this turned out way better than I expected. I mean, I said it before, this is probably not the best material if you want to create like little intricate detailed objects, but I like spending hours on it, and even though painting it was quite a hassle, in the end it looked so cute and so perfect to fit into my little library. One other element I always love in libraries are the ladders that lead you to the higher shelves. I cut a simple ladder out of foam, painted it brown, and then put them in the right place. All that was left to do was put the tiny book stacks on the floor, find a way to keep them there, and put my logo on the side of the nook. Now all that's left is the reveal. Working on this project was a lot of fun. I mean, the do-overs were a little bit hard, but in the end it came together and I'm really proud of this design. It is currently available in my Etsy store, so go on over to Nooks by Nikki shop if you're interested in having one of these little art pieces in your bookcase at home. I also want to thank everyone for watching and subscribing. You leave so many nice comments with wonderful questions, ideas and suggestions, and all I can say is keep it coming. I will work towards more narrated videos in the future as you let me know you enjoy a little more information on what I do. But keep me posted on what you would like to see me build, and I'll see you in the next video. Have a great day!